Welcome to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Washtenaw County. We are so glad that you've taken the steps to enroll your child in our program. The short presentation will help you understand who we are as an organization and how we work with children in our community. Big Brothers Big Sisters of America is the oldest, largest, and most effective youth mentoring organization in the United States. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Washtenaw County is now over 25 years old. We are excited to get to know you and your child and to be a part of their lives as they learn and grow. Today, we will give you a brief overview of Big Brothers Big Sisters, or BBBS for short. We will also talk about the impact that BBBS programs have on kids and how we track progress. From there, we will talk about what a developmental relationship is, how that looks in a match, and what each participant's role is within that relationship. Our top priority at BBBS is child safety, and we will take some time today to talk about child safety and the risk and protective factor survey that you will take. We will end today with an overview of the process moving forward and getting your child enrolled in Big Brothers Big Sisters. The vision of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Washtenaw County is that all youth achieve their full potential. Our mission is to create and support one-to-one mentoring relationships that ignite the power and promise of youth. We work with parents and guardians, volunteers, and others in the community and hold ourselves accountable for each child in our program achieving higher aspirations, avoiding risky behaviors, and achieving success. When your child ends an outing with their bag and feels good about themselves, that will translate into every aspect of their life. Kids who are more confident are more likely to ask questions to adults when they have them. They are more likely to have stronger friendships and make good decisions. And that is what we do here at Big Brothers Big Sisters. Help kids achieve success through professionally supported one-to-one mentoring relationships. Big Brothers Big Sisters is committed to respecting and celebrating the diversity of all that live in our community. We do not discriminate against any person that enrolls as a big or a little in our program. We give everyone the opportunity to enroll and determine the best fit within the organization. We will match your child with a big based on all we learn about you, your family, and what you're looking for in a match. We will also learn a great deal about your family throughout the enrollment and matching and match support process. We are committed to keeping that information confidential. We will keep your file locked at our office, and other records are stored securely in our electronic system. You also might be wondering, what does programming look like during the COVID-19 pandemic? Our agency follows all guidelines from the state of Michigan to help keep our littles, families, and bigs safe during this time. We have a variety of program options, including virtual activities, in person with social distancing. We will work with your family to determine what you are comfortable with and will respect everyone's preferences. Big Brothers Big Sisters is a unique program and is different than other youth-serving programs. What makes our program different is that at BBBS, we focus on the one-to-one relationship and match children with adult mentors who provide support and guidance. Each match in our program is asked to follow our program requirements and spend one-to-one time together at least twice a month for the minimum commitment of 1 year. During the interview process, we really take time to get to know you, your child, and our volunteers. When we are matching bigs and littles, we look for traits that will help make a strong and healthy relationships. We want to ensure that the big and little share common interests, have similar expectations for the match, and maybe even share some similar life experiences. Due to all this, the waiting period can vary from child to child as we wait to find a volunteer that best suits each child. We want to take time to assure you that support at Big Brothers Big Sisters is ongoing. We know that we can't address every aspect of the match before you meet your child's big. So you will be assigned to a mentoring specialist once they are matched, who will help you troubleshoot if anything comes up. They will also assist in those early stages of relationship development and help the match get to know each other. The agency can also provide access to resources for both you and your child as needed. Big Brothers Big Sisters is an evidence-based mentoring model. We track impact through surveys that children take in our program. These surveys measure littles' attitudes on self-confidence, academic achievement, and peer pressure. All littles will take an outcome survey before meeting their big, and then again after being matched for 1 year. We found that when retaking the survey, 96% of those answers stay the same or improve, and that's how we know what we do here is working. Our outcomes show that the youth in our program are less likely to make risky decisions, such as using alcohol, drugs, or skipping school. In addition to the outcome survey, we also have our matches take a strength of relationship survey, which will measure how the relationship is developing and ensures our matches are on track. Your child and their big will take this survey at the 3-month and 1 year mark of being matched to track their progress together. In our organization, we strive to ensure that our matches are building relationships according to the developmental relationship model, which you'll see on the screen. A developmental relationship involves a dynamic mix of 5 elements, including expressing care, challenging growth, providing support, sharing power, and expanding possibilities. Each of these elements is expressed through different actions, and throughout the course of your child's match, we hope that these are at the core of their match relationship. Research has shown that developmental relationships are especially helpful for our young people today. These studies have shown that young people who experience strong developmental relationships are more likely to report a wide range of social, emotional strengths and other indicators of well-being and thriving. Young people with strong relationships are more resilient in the face of stress and trauma. Young people also do better when they experience a strong web of relationships with many people. Again, here at Big Brothers Big Sisters, we hope that the children in our program will see an increase in confidence, increase in academic success, and will continue to avoid risky behaviors. It is our hope that by promoting a developmental relationship within the match, it will empower your child to continue to make good choices in their adolescence. In order for your child's match to be successful, your role is to be an active partner within the match. You will help find the best times for outings. You will make sure that your child is prepared for each outing. If the plan doesn't include food, be sure that your child has eaten or is bringing a snack. Help make sure your child is ready, on time, and dressed appropriately for whatever activities the match is doing. We also strongly encourage you to know the details of each activity plan and make a point of being home or informing the big of who will be home when they return your child back after outings. Don't be afraid to share your concerns, your hopes, and your wishes for your child with your BBBS mentoring specialist. You can also talk to your child's big about the things that you expect within the match. Remember that the big brother or big sister is a volunteer, but they are part of this program because they want to be. Our volunteers share how much they appreciate feedback about how their littles are doing and enjoying their match. Although life can get busy at times, it is important to prioritize returning phone calls and staying in regular contact with your child's big. Regular contact is important to the success of the match, but remember to give it time. On average, it takes about 3 months for the relationship to really blossom. And in order for that match to find success, it takes the involvement of supportive and caring parents and guardians. During your first year, monthly contact with your BBBS match support specialist is required for both you and your child. This mentoring specialist will work with you to schedule these times monthly and find a time that works best so that you can share the match's progress. These support calls are also how we ensure child safety, so they are mandatory for participation in the program. Your child has an important role to play within the matches as well, as this is all about them. Most importantly, we want for your child to have fun and simply enjoy being a kid when they are with their big. It is important for them to be willing to grow, try new things, or go new places. The match is for them, and we want them to be willing to suggest ideas for outings too. We want your child to share their hopes for what they want to do with their big and their goals for what they want to work towards. We hope that they will share with their big when they are having fun and remember to say thank you to their big on occasion. Most importantly, we don't want your child to keep any secrets about their match from you or from their mentoring specialist. We encourage you to talk to your child often about how the match is going. This brings us to talking about the role of a big. Our bigs are adults that live in Washtenaw County and come from a wide range of backgrounds. They undergo a rigorous interview process that includes layered background checks, references, and a home assessment. Their main role is to be a friend to your child and have fun. A big is a positive role model who will spend quality time with your child doing fun activities and providing support to them. Bigs can be partners in problem solving, can help their littles learn new coping strategies, and understand the importance of setting boundaries. Overall, bigs are here to be a friend that can help empower your child to be whatever version of themselves that they want to be. At BBBS, we focus on helping youth develop resilience. What is resilience? Resilience is the ability to return to being helpful and healthy after a negative or stressful event has occurred. Research shows that if a parent provides a safe environment for the child and teaches them how to be resilient, that helps reduce the effects of stressful life events. Parents, teachers, and caregivers can also help children by helping them to identify their feelings and manage emotions. They can create safe physical and emotional environments at home, in school, and in their neighborhoods. What does resiliency look like for youth? For here at BBBS, it is building social and emotional skills, helping children interact in a healthy way with others, managing their emotions, and communicating their feelings and needs. We know that one of the key strategies in building resiliency in children is having at least one stable, caring, and supportive relationship with an adult in their community outside of a parent or a guardian. One way that we get to know the children in our program is through a risk and protective factor inventory. Risk factors are characteristics of the youth and/or his surroundings that increase the likelihood of negative outcomes, while protective factors are those that reduce the impact of risk on positive youth outcomes. We hope to provide for the youth in our program to build their resiliency skills, in order for us to do this, they need to have a solid understanding of what each child is bringing with them into our program. We ask parents to fill out a risk and protective factor inventory for each child that they enroll into our program. We know that each child is different, and we strive to be able to provide the most individualized support by recognizing the strengths that each child will bring to the match, as well as the areas that he or she could use support in developing. We will also use this information to find the best big for your child and develop goals for the match to work towards. Child safety is the #1 priority here at BBBS, and we have already spent some time talking about risk and protective factors. Next, we will talk further about child safety. BBBS staff and interns are advocates for child safety and are mandated to report knowledge or suspicion of child abuse or neglect. It is our belief that open communication, education, and adding another caring adult into a child's life are 3 strong preventative measures. We hope that parents will take the time to talk to your children about safety, keeping their bodies safe, safe use of the internet, being safe in the community and neighborhood. We do cover these topics age appropriately in our orientation with children and will ask them to sign a safety pledge. BBBS has an established set of program policies and procedures for volunteer enrollment and program roles that are guidelines to keep kids safe in their match relationship. We will go over these with you as well as your child and the volunteer during the orientation and interview, and again at the match introduction meeting. At BBBS, we take child safety very seriously, and while working with kids, we cannot ignore that child abuse is prevalent in our nation. At BBBS, we understand that child abuse can happen in any situation where an adult has power over a child. This could include a doctor-child relationship, a parent-child relationship, a coach-child relationship, and even potentially a mentor-child relationship. There are 4 types of abuse that exist: emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, and neglect. One of the biggest indicators that a child has experienced abuse is if they begin to exhibit changes in their behavior. If you have any concerns or suspicions that your child has experienced any of these types of abuse, please reach out to our staff so that we can help you navigate what steps to take to ensure their safety. It is our job as staff at Big Brothers Big Sisters to ensure children are safe when they are with their bigs, as well as do our best to ensure that they are safe in all other aspects of their lives. We can be the strongest defenders of child safety with you as our partner. Let's take time to review some of the safety concerns that exist in the everyday lives of our children. Please know that if your child has been affected by any of these risks, BBBS staff can help you navigate how to talk about these issues and share ideas and ways we can work as a team to support your child. Unfortunately, many children that attend school in the US have either witnessed bullying or have been bullied. Children with a lack of support and outlets for emotions may become bullies themselves. With the rise of internet access and social media, bullying is a serious issue for today's youth. Youth who are experiencing bullies may have changes in their behavior, such as avoiding things they used to enjoy, stopping spending time online, or seeming down or depressed. Next, we'll talk about self-harm and suicide, which are very serious safety concerns and should never be taken lightly, whether it is a child who is facing these issues or a family member. Let them know that they are not alone. If your child is experiencing shifts in their mental health or contemplating suicide, do not brush it off and let a mental health care provider and BBBS staff know immediately. We can work with you to connect you to a variety of resources and educational opportunities to help provide support to your family. You can see more serious safety concerns for our youth on your screen. If your child is experiencing any of these issues, you can always reach out to our staff for support. Next, we'll talk about match support. Match support is a mandatory aspect of our program, and it helps us ensure child safety. Each month, we will reach out to talk to you and your child, as well as their big, to check in and make sure that policies and procedures are being followed, ensure child safety, and make sure that your child is enjoying their match. Your mentoring specialist is here to give activity ideas, provide feedback on the match relationship, help bigs know that they're making a difference, provide bigs and families with access to resources, help parents and bigs and guardians work together, maintain child safety, and mitigate any issues that may arise. This also helps to provide a personal connection to Big Brothers Big Sisters. Next, we will review the steps in enrollment. You've already completed your application and are watching the orientation video. We will next schedule a time to interview you and your child. Currently, we are conducting interviews virtually, over the phone, or in person at the BBBS office. Our staff will work with you to determine what option works best for your family. Once we finish the interview process, your child's file will be reviewed and then accepted or referred for other services. Due to the volume of children we serve, there is a wait list for your child to be matched in the program. For little brothers waiting for a big brother, the average wait length is about a year. If you and your son are open to a big sister and they're under 11, let us know, and this may shorten their wait time. For little sisters, the average wait length is several months. While your child is on the wait list, we will search for a big that we feel will be a fit for a mentoring relationship. Some things we are looking out for are common interests, or similar or complementary personality traits. Once we have found a suitable and well-matching volunteer, we will contact you to share some non-identifying information about the potential big. If you feel that sounds like a good match for your child, we will schedule what we call a match meeting, which can take place outside of your home, at our office, or virtually. A BBBS staff or intern, the potential big, yourself, and your child will all attend this match meeting. We want to thank you for taking time today to learn more about Big Brothers Big Sisters. You are one step closer to having your child matched with one of our great bigs. You will be contacted by one of our staff to schedule your interview, but please feel free to reach out to discuss any questions or concerns that you may have. We look forward to getting to know you and your family more during the interview. Please be sure to follow us on social media so you can stay up to date with activities and ways that you can help support Big Brothers Big Sisters.